I get the association with the past and not having that success. And there's this idea that now that if you've been at the club for a certain amount of time, you're a wrong un. You shouldn't be there. Yes, sum up everything that's part of the problem. And I don't think that's always fair. And I will absolutely say that in the case of Ben Davies. I thought Ben Davies was superb. And I look back at my ratings after watching, because that's the thing, we do our ratings without having a full kind of playback of the goals and big moments. We kind of have to go off what we see. And I did feel with Ben Davies, I kind of unfairly slightly dragged him into the mess of the second goal. And actually watching it back, there's nothing really he could do about that goal. He was kind of coming across to cover a big space that Emerson had left. And then it was behind him where Højbjerg just absolutely lost Lamina, and then Dier just let him wander past him trying to play offside. But Ben Davies, honestly, I thought he was actually superb. I think I've got his stats here somewhere. 3 tackles, 2 interceptions, 3 clearances. He blocked 5 shots, won 5 of his 6 aerial duels, and like I say, had little to do with either goal that went in. And with Eric Dier, I actually felt Dier played really well for 91 minutes. He did everything that was asked of him. And as I say, they were about to get to that clean sheet, which would have been massive, I think, for their confidence as well. And then they just had this little moment where Eric Dier tries to play a pass down the wing, messes it up, knocks it out of play, Porro's up the pitch, waiting for the ball that never came to him. Dier comes across to cover the space for the throw, leaves a big gap behind him, which Højbjerg kind of goes into, and then rather than jumping and heading the ball, does the thing that I know the Højbjerg critics don't like, and I know some media that dislike it, when he kind of waves his arms around, and it's like, what are you doing? Play football. Sarabia gets in behind him and scores what was absolutely, it was a beautiful ball in. It was at Kuna, wasn't it? Played the ball. It was absolute sublime ball over the top. Lovely finish as well. He kind of almost took a ball that it didn't even seem for him. He took it into his pass so well and then scored. So there was that goal, and then the second goal is, oh my goodness, I think Lo Celso gave away the free kick. Emerson stuck up the pitch. The ball's played quickly. Davies tries to get across, but it's very quickly put into centre because they can see Lamina breaking through, and he kind of scuff rolls it into it was complete antithesis of the first goal. It was very much a scruffy, messy goal, but hey, it kind of provoked delirium in the stadium. So they got what they wanted. And it was just such a shame because I knew in that moment, I knew Dier and Davies were both going to get it. But you just know. Go on.
I know what you're saying, but you kind of every people you've mentioned there, like second goal, Lo Celso, Emerson, Davies, and Dier, obviously, and people talk about these players that have been there for so long and they're all kind of associated with the bad past. And we conceded 63 goals last year because a lot of them because of individual errors, and we kept making these individual errors, and we've let slip a game on Saturday due to individual errors that are coming from those players. And I'm just playing devil's advocate here because I think
that's very fair.
I think Eric Dier, from what I've seen, played very well, and obviously he put in a commendable performance against Chelsea as well. Ben Davies obviously played very well, and I think he's a solid pair of hands in that position. He's not a first choice defender, but he is a solid pair of hands when you need to call upon him. But I completely understand where kind of the outrage and the disappointment from fans is coming from, in that we were punished for making those mistakes last year, and we've just made a couple of mistakes and been punished severely for them on Saturday. And it's some of those players again that are associated with what's gone on before have happened. It's happened to them again.